everybody, it's Michelle and welcome to my channel, Kansas Girl 1969. Well, as you know, for the month of July, I was working on getting through my sample stash and using 31 samples within 31 days. And in part 1, which I will link below, I did show you the first 15 samples that I used in the month of July. So guess what? I did complete my 31 samples in 31 days. So let's get started with number 16. Well, number 16 is a shampoo and conditioner combination that I used, and it's Carol's Daughter Manoi Oil Repairing Conditioner and Sulfate-Free Shampoo. I thought these smelled really good. A little tiny bit floral and fresh, very nice, and they worked very well. I looked to see online how much the full sizes would be, and I believe they're 8 ounces. They're approximately $20 each, and they worked very well. Now, number 17, I have this YSL Choix Blur Perfector right here. Okay, this is a lot like the Mally Pore Defender. I'll show you what it looks like inside. It has this little sort of silicone type feel, and I tried this. I had high hopes for this, but it did the same thing to me that the Mally Pore Defender did. When I blot my face with this, it does take away some shine, but it also lifts off some of my makeup, and so I don't care for that. It is I believe it's $52 for the full size compact. Now, I also tried the YSL Choix Blur Primer. I was hoping that I would really like this, but it is a silicone feeling primer, as you can see right there, and so I did not care for that on my face. But this one, a full size, is $55. I have one other YSL product that I tried, and this one is the Fusion Ink Foundation, and let me show you. I got it from Sephora. I think the color is BD10, but maybe I can't read the girl's handwriting. Whoops, I almost dropped it. But here it is, and it went on very nice. Has a little bit of a pink tint. It feels really nice, very creamy but lightweight. But I'm not a huge fan of it on my face because it kind of slides around during the day and it kind of breaks up on my nose area, which I don't like. It's $60 for a full size, and it does have SPF of 18, if that makes a difference to you. It does feel really good, so I do suggest that you get a sample and try it and see if it works for you. The next sample is the Clinique Rinse Off Foaming Cleanser. I got just about everything I could out of it. I kind of like this. It was $20 for a full-size tube, and the only thing I didn't like about it was that it burned my eyes, and just about every time I used it, it burned my eyes. But a little goes a long way and is excellent at getting your makeup off. I used it with my Clarisonic, and oh my goodness, it would get my Clarisonic looking super, super clean when I was done. So there's something in here that really does break up the makeup very well. The next thing that I used was the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield. It's SPF 30, and so this is supposed to be a sunscreen slash primer, but I don't know if I can get any out to show you. It was totally silicone, reminded me of the YSL primer, and it made me super shiny, so it's a no-go. It was, or is, $65 for a 1 ounce bottle. I also used a Paula's Choice sample, and I haven't had Paula's Choice samples very often. This is the Resist Advanced Replenishing Toner. Now, I probably would never buy this because I use some of the waters like the Bioderma or the one by Simple that I bought at Target. But this one was so cool because it had a milky texture instead of a watery texture, which I thought was interesting. It's $23 for a full size. I can't tell you how well it works because it was a really small sample, but it felt very good and very soothing on my skin. I also tried a Bliss product. This is the Multifaceted Daily Clay Mask. It's kind of cool. It's really dark. Let's see if I can get some out. Maybe not. here we go. Look, it's really dark. You spread it around on your face. It has a little bit of some little tiny scrubbies in it to help exfoliate, and you leave it on there for a few minutes. And let me see what it says, 5 to 7 minutes, and then you rinse off. Man, I thought it was great. I thought my face felt great afterward. So it was a great product. $50 for a full size, but I do believe, even though that sounds expensive, and it is, I do believe you can sometimes get that for probably 20% off at skinstore.com. Speaking of Bioderma, I made a Beautylish order for the first time, and in that I got a sample of the new Bioderma SensaBio H2O micellar water, and it is awesome. I took this on a trip and used it. It's great because after you wash your face, you can put this, on with the cotton ball and just make sure that everything, all the pores and everything are just super, super clean, and then it's very refreshing to your skin. And this is on Beautylish. It was for a 250 ml. It's $12.95. Then I tried a concealer. Me and concealers, we don't get along. This was the Lorac Perfection concealer. And I only had the 2 shades available in this sample, and the one was PC3 Golden Light. The other one was a medium. I tried it. It was way too dark for me, and I'm not really sure that I liked the texture of this concealer anyway. It seemed kind of thick. And the full price on this is $24. Now, I also tried something that sounds really strange, and it's the Dr. Lip Nipple Balm for Lips. Okay? Sorry, that finger looks ugly. So I tried this. It is $16 for a full-size tube. Honestly, to me, it feels purely like I'm putting Vaseline on my lips. Alright, the next item is a mascara by Hourglass. And it is the Film Noir mascara. Full size is $28. I loved it. I thought it worked great. I'll show you what the brush looked like. Nice brush. Made my lashes look gorgeous and long and full. So, loved it. Up next is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer, and it's anti-acne. Love this stuff. This is awesome. It is $38 for a full size. You don't need much. I'll show you this. It kind of has it almost looks like it's a silicone-y, and it's a little bit of a silicone-y base, but it feels a little bit more like a serum to me. So I could handle this. And I think it's really great. And I've been using it on days where I see just a little bit of a blemish starting to pop through. And so I'll use this primer, and it seems really awesome. So I may be buying a full size when this one runs out. Not wears out, when it runs out. Then I also can't believe this. I'm actually going to say this, but I use this MAC CC cream. It's called Lightful C, and I have it in the color Light. I got this at the MAC counter at my Dillard's. It's a huge sample. I have tried it a couple times, and I discovered that it's SPF 30, and so the first time I used it, I put a primer on first. I might have even put my SPF on first and then use this. It didn't work well, but then the next time I thought, okay, I'm piling too much on my face. I just used my serum and my little bit of daily moisturizer, and then this with no other primer except for the Professional on my nose, and it worked very well, and I did not feel like I was a grease ball. Almost a 31. I also tried the Lancome Tonti Doll 24-hour foundation in number 110. Okay, you've probably heard me mention before that Tonti Doll was my go-to foundation for years, and I was in a Sephora, and one of the gals that worked there told me that they have a new foundation, and she said that there was an old version of Tonti Doll, and this is the newer version, but I honestly think this is the one that I had last year, so I'm not sure when this came out, but it's awesome. I mean, I love it. Thing is that it doesn't have as much shine control for me as, say, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. And so what I will do is use this sample and probably mix it with the Double Wear Light. But I tried this, and honestly, I saw no difference between this and the Tonti Doll that I had last year. It is $46.50 for a full size. And then, last but not least, is the Chacha Enzyme Gentle Cleanser. So it exfoliates gently, and I love these enzyme powders. They're awesome. Now this one's expensive. It's $65 for a full-size jar. There's other enzyme cleansers out on the market. These things are awesome. I totally recommend them. This one's probably a little too expensive, but just look for another one. That completes my 31 samples in 31 days. Hope you enjoyed learning about some new products and seeing what my impressions were on some of those samples. And you know, I'm not going to do this challenge again for August, but I might do it for September or October because I have a huge stash of samples and I would like to get through them and try them. I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. I'm so glad you're here. And of course, thank you to all of my existing subscribers. You know, I would not have this channel without the moral support from all of you. So I truly thank you.